I love Batman and I love Daredevil, but Daredevil show is so fucking good, and I'm pissed they stopped making it. But Batman, one of the greatest of all time, the best detective in the world, absolute great hand-to-hand companion, smart as fuck, rich. But who wins in a battle between them? I personally might have to go Daredevil, solely based on his powers, literally. And plus, he's a little more acrobatic than Batman is. He doesn't have more gadgets. Obviously, doesn't have more money. He's not as smart, but oh my god, it's tough because he has a big arsenal of stuff. Not even just gadgets, just himself, but he also does too because his enhanced senses. But talk to me, bro.
Batman versus Daredevil. Two pretty dark heroes who dish out brutal justice and love perching
Talk to
on
me, Danko.
gargoyles. It's an iconic fight between DC Comics
That's
and
tough though.
Marvel.
That's a tough
But
battle.
really, even though these characters are
I
very
love
similar,
Daredevil.
is the fight even that
I don't
close?
know
And
anymore.
who ultimately wins out?
I really feel like
Let's get into
Daredevil.
it.
I mean,
Now start.
I know this nigga Batman could fucking lift 1,000 pounds. I know he can squat 5 maybe and whatever. But stuff about going up against Brainiac, that's Justice League stuff. Him on his own, it's tough. That's real tough though. Could he handle Kingpin? Kingpin is a different level of monster, but Bane is practically the same. Oh my god. Am I being biased towards Daredevil?
Out Batman. And I want to give him his flowers. The guy's
Give him his
trained
flowers
himself
for sure,
until he's
bro.
reached
Multiple styles of martial arts. Traveled for years to learn the art of deception, stealth, being a better detective. Got his IQ up. He learned, bro. He learned how to sword fight. He's a fucking master.
peak human physical
Peak.
levels, then basically shattered all records and became above peak human. He's strong enough to bench press over 1,000 pounds, rip through metal, or even knock around things that easily weigh multiple tons. And Bruce has no problem using all that strength as
Oh,
punches or kicks.
oh my god. I mean, to a certain extent, I think Batman wins. Obviously, once you hit a certain level of Batman, I don't think it's close at all because this nigga can, bro. Look at what he's doing in this fucking panel right here, dog. Daredevil is fucked if he gets a hold of bro. But at the same time, he's nimble as fuck. Daredevil is, and he's fought assassins, Elektra, Kingpin, Punisher. That nigga's a different level of monster.
Regularly knocking down walls or kicking through metal, regularly knocking out metahumans, and sending people flying dozens of feet with just one strike.
Michael Keaton was nasty.
Batman might not necessarily look it, and he is supposed to be just a normal human.
Like literally.
But you can kind of say that essentially whatever Captain America can do, Batman can pull off something similar.
He can do it without even the super soldier serum, bro. He is a superhuman, bro.
He might be ultimately a bit stronger.
And this nigga Deadshot, bro, he has a mutation. I mean, not a mutation, but he was injected with something, bro. He can heal like nobody else. Well, regarding this level of people, bro, he's a marksman. He's a combat, bro. He's so skilled. It's insane. He has amazing his superhuman strength, like
is well within that super soldier range of strength. Same with durability. Batman is much more durable than you think, especially with his incredible armor. Now, out of armor, Batman has taken some pretty nasty beatings, even an attack or two from Wonder Woman. So he's definitely tough. His batsuit only adds to that even more. He's regularly taking attacks from all sorts of opponents. some of whom are seriously strong. Talking your Venom-amped Banes, your Deathstrokes, even some much heavier hitters like Professor Zoom, Aquaman, or even Superman. And those last two were either mind-controlled or just royally pissed off, so they weren't necessarily holding back all that much. Batman still managed to survive all those attacks, even if he came out the other side a little bloodied and beaten up. Lastly, I feel like I should mention speed.
Yeah,
Batman is incredibly fast and agile, far superior to even Olympic-level athletes. Like, at this point, normal people simply move in slow motion in him.
This shit was nice.
He can move so fast that he's just simply a blur. And Batman has routinely,
and then his armor his armor helps because his certain armor he has, it allows him to be faster, bro. Less weight on it, but still the amount of shock absorption, but for him to be faster, nimbler.
Keenly been able to dodge bullets and gunfire, even if it's automatic machine gun fire or bullets fired at literally point-blank range. Batman can still dodge all of it. He might still call himself just a normal human,
he's not,
but I think it's pretty clear that he's moved a little.
I know all this about Batman, but I really don't know nothing about Daredevil, so I'm really, really curious to see what he's about to say about Daredevil.
Past that by now.
And I love Daredevil.
Here's the thing. You can say pretty much all the same things about Daredevil here. They're both technically still humans.
Fact.
Just normal men who decided to fight crime. But we all know that in comics, normal people aren't really real. And Daredevil definitely is superhumanly strong. I mean, right off the bat, Matt is regularly shattering metal, breaking it apart with his bare hands. This is light work for Matt Murdock. He also regularly is breaking apart bricks and concrete with his attacks, and he's really no stranger to just lifting heavy things either.
Really?
Daredevil's been able to flip over a stretched limo with just brute strength. Or, what about the time when he picked up a 400-pound barbell and just started swinging it around like a bow staff?
Shit.
That's seriously impressive. And I really think Daredevil's strength is best summarized.
Exactly. Because Kingpin, bro, that nigga is not weak. Oh my God, you need real strength to take this nigga down. Bro, this nigga can break concrete. This nigga can throw a car. Bro, a human being is paper to bro. Dog, it's just not, bro. In the fucking show, and it's dumbed down. Bro, he decapitated a man with a car door because he was pissed. Bro, he's able to pick up a human body weighing 180 over his head like nothing and just slam it down over and over again, bro. He's not human either.
With just the fact he's going to beat down Kingpin. Kingpin is the same guy who's been able to overpower the likes of Spider-Man and Captain America.
And Spider-Man be holding back. I forgot to say that. Oh, it big fucking shit. Where did this just come from? But, yeah, Spider-Man be holding back. We all know this, but he be holding back. That's the only reason why Kingpin will do actual damage to him is because he holds back. Same time that very inconsistent because him holding back has nothing to do with him getting tossed around by Kingpin. But at the same time, we all know that he can fuck Kingpin up, like, without a doubt. But, yeah, it's because he holds back.
And Daredevil can beat him. Matt is stupid strong. He's also crazy tough. I mean, Daredevil is the son of...
His stamina and endurance is wild work. Like, this hallway scene, this episode right here shows it, bro. Because before this fucking scene, he was already doing 2 different things before that. 2 different things before that. He fought His stamina and endurance is wild, bro. And he was still able to push a man from a door. I don't, dog. Oh my god, now I'm about to get real fucking mad, bro. I'm about to get extremely mad. Come on. I gotta change that shit.
He's known how to take a punch since he was just a kid.
Literally.
And get back up swinging.
Look how tired he is, but he's still going.
Beatings from regular criminals or some semi-powerful characters. Daredevil has straight up taken hits from the Hulk.
Facts. Didn't know that, though.
That's like the upper limits of his toughness right there. He's regularly been able to survive explosions, being burned alive, being hit with serious bolts of electricity.
What? He fought
Most of the time, Daredevil doesn't just take the attack, still keep on standing, but he keeps on fighting.
Exactly.
Oftentimes, still wins the fight.
Exactly.
The man is just insistent.
And his armor is good. Don't get me wrong. That shit is good. However, his armor isn't that strong compared to Batman. So it really proves the level of toughness he has.
On never going down and never stopping. And while he is weak to sonic attacks, and a powerful enough sound wave can knock him out, it's not an instant KO. In fact, oftentimes, Daredevil has proven that he can fight through it and take out the bad guy, even if he's in extreme pain or if his radar sense is knocked out.
I saw he get decapitated.
But where Daredevil really thrives is with speed and agility. In fact, if it wasn't for Spider-Man, well, I would argue that Daredevil is the most agile character in Marvel.
Really?
He's also easily one of the fast...
Really? I'm not mad at that. I can't think of anybody else right now, but I'm not mad at that, though. I'm not mad, actually. Black Panther, maybe, right? Maybe? I'm not mad, though. I like that, because he's definitely top 3.
Street-level heroes. His agility is just absolutely off the charts. He's even had better reactions than Spider-Man and Captain America from time to time. And bullet dodging...
That's saying something, because Spider-Man is peak of that type of shit, bro. But he has, like, 4 other senses going at work than Spider-Man's one sense. And his one sense, bro, like, beautiful, bro, because ain't nothing getting past him.
Easy for him. He can dodge point-blank bullets. He can do this regularly, too, and just make it look simple. And he's not just able to dodge bullets after they've already been fired, but the man is regularly deflecting bullets, too.
Because he can
just swatting them back with his baton. He's done it so many times, you can say he's kind of the best at it. Basically, both of these heroes are not human.
Oh my god.
They're seriously some of the best street-level heroes out there and are regularly pulling off superhuman feats. I think I would give the edge to Batman when it comes to strength and durability.
Sure.
He's simply shown off better strength feats, and his armor is definitely better than Daredevil's. However, I think Daredevil takes the edge when it comes to speed and agility. Regularly deflecting bullets is no joke. However, the gap between Batman's speed and agility and Daredevil's really isn't that much, especially when you're comparing it to their strength and durability. Batman is taking that physical edge. Now, what about skill and fighting ability and weapons and everything that entails?
That's Batman.
Well, with Batman...
Yeah, that nigga was trained by Stick, who was an elite, Assassin's League. But again, the League of Assassins, too. I'm giving it to Batman on that, bro. Easily. But I don't know too much about Daredevil's background in fighters, so I'm pretty sure he has more. Talk to me.
He's arguably the world's best fighter. And if you don't want to put him at the tippy top, you can count on one hand the people who are better than him. He's trained to perfection. Become a master.
Shit, he was trained by those same people. I'm pretty sure Lady Shiva trained his ass too. Ra's al Ghul, I don't know how good. I don't know if he's better than him, but at some point he was, bro. And then more people who like that.
Every form of combat that there is,
Literally,
he can react and fight without even thinking, and is trained to be able to predict an opponent's move to the point where he knows his opponent's next move before even they do. He's an expert in every single fighting style known to man. A lot of other alien fighting styles too, and so he can quickly and effortlessly switch between fighting styles on the fly in order to perfectly counter and take down an opponent. He's been able to regularly fight against some of the best martial artists in the world, like Lady Shiva, Bronze Tiger, Owlman, even Karate Kid. You know what?
I forgot about Karate Kid, dog. I just found out that he was a comic book character. So I totally forgot about him. Yeah.
Times wins these fights. Like he's regularly been tested by the best assassins and martial artists in the world.
Exactly.
Ra's al Ghul and Shiva are constantly trying to test Batman with the best of the best. They usually pick the most inopportune times, like when Batman is off his game or recovering from grievous injuries. But Batman still tends to come out on top.
As much as people hate Ben Affleck's Batman, I love this scene. He was so nasty in this fucking scene. Oh my god, he was so tough. He was the best. He's the best fighting Batman. And then when you see Michael Keaton's Batman in The Flash, oh my god. They do their thing with Batman, bro, when it comes to fighting. Michael Keaton's the best Batman, but that fighting, bro, oh my god, is so beautiful.
Every single time. There's a reason why he's known as the best of the best. But here's the thing. Daredevil is also one of the best and most skilled fighters in Marvel, too.
True.
And you can say that Matt is able to do a lot of the same stuff that Bruce has done. Like he, too, has fought against some of the most skilled martial artists in Marvel. Bullseye, Elektra, Karnak, and he's beaten all of them. And just like Batman has regularly been tested by the League of Assassins, Daredevil's regularly been tested.
Oh my god, I forgot. Is it Red Claw? The Red Claw?
Hand and other gangs of assassins.
The Hand.
In fact, there's the infamous feat
I'm disappointed that I didn't remember that.
Matt Murdock, not Daredevil, beating 100 armed Yakuza members, half of whom were hopped up on MGH and strong enough to punch through a human. Matt won that fight. And while Batman is experienced with nerve strikes and pressure points, I don't think anyone is better than Daredevil. Matt is one of the few fighters who consistently uses nerve strikes pretty much every fight. And some of them are seriously painful and dangerous. They're able to completely bypass durability and leave some pretty powerful and tough opponents just lying crippled on the floor. So those nerve strikes definitely give Daredevil an edge over Batman. Matt uses them much more frequently and is arguably better with them too. But I think in terms of overall fighting skill and ability, you have to give the edge to Batman.
Easy.
There are very few people who can claim to have mastered every single fighting style known to man.
Exactly.
For as good as Daredevil is, Batman still holds that edge. He also comes equipped with pretty much every weapon and gadget you can possibly imagine, outside of guns and stuff, of course. He's got Batarang, his signature weapon. It's probably one of the world's best shots when it comes to throwing them. He's got some pretty serious explosives, some of which can stagger and knock back Kryptonians. He's got electrical weapons powerful enough to send out tens of thousands of volts, sonic grenades, even knockout gas or tranks that can put down superhumans. Now, Daredevil does have his baton, and the man is basically a god with that thing, because he can defy physics like no other. But it can't
ricochet. It can become a longer bow when he puts them together. He can swing with them. I mean, it's very versatile for it to just be one weapon.
Batman's arsenal. And for as good as Daredevil is
with that baton, arsenal.
It's not like this is going to catch Batman off guard, or it's nothing that Batman hasn't seen before. Then there's Daredevil's radar
and this
sense.
This is where we get to a different level. Because nobody's bypassing his shit. Sometimes his shit beats out Spider-Man's spider sense. So, yeah. I don't think he's going to be able to sneak him ever.
Heinously, one of Daredevil's greatest assets in the fight, and also his Achilles heel. Because with that radar sense,
it
completely negates Batman's stealth and any element of surprise. Because suddenly, Batman won't be able to sneak away into the shadows or use any kind of sneak attack. It just won't work. Daredevil has a consistent 360 view of his surroundings and he'll always have Bruce in his sights, no matter what Batman tries to do.
Exactly.
It is not just that either. Daredevil's senses are so highly tuned that he'll know everything that's in Batman's arsenal. So Batman can't catch him off guard with that either. Matt will know which Batarangs are normal Batarangs and which ones are explosive.
And that right there is so cool because he can tell that by the smell, by the way it sounds. He can't feel it or taste it, but those two senses right there are enhanced enough for him to be able to tell. Bro, he can tell when somebody's lying, bro. He can tell how far somebody is from a 5-mile radius, or by maybe even longer,
or shock, or something like that. So he'll be able to react and dodge accordingly, completely taking away the surprise element that Batman usually has with those types of attacks. But it's also his Achilles heel.
Because a sonic sound is gonna fuck him up. Yeah, his endurance is gonna help him to push through, but too much, especially to all his senses, maybe a smoke bomb that's gonna get into his mouth. Well, whatever one can get into his mouth, sonic grenade, a sonic batarang, his hearing's out, and then you just somehow manage to get his feel.
Daredevil is blind. He relies on that radar and those senses to fight. And he's fighting against the world's greatest detective here.
Exactly.
It won't take Batman long to look at how Daredevil fights and figure out that he's blind. Now, it is kind of up in the air just how many people in comics know that Daredevil is blind. It leads to some pretty funny moments. But it's also not necessarily like Daredevil hides it.
Facts.
You just have to know what you're looking for. And if Sabretooth is able to figure out that Daredevil is blind in their first fight, well then obviously Batman can too. Again, world's greatest detective.
You do it in less than
and from there, it's flashbangs and sonic attacks galore. Batman is going to do everything he can to throw off Daredevil's senses and give him the edge in the fight. And yes, Matt isn't usually KO'd by these attacks anymore. In fact, he's able to recover surprisingly quickly to most of them. He's even been able to win fights before with no radar sense whatsoever.
Wow.
But he's not just fighting against anyone here. He's fighting against Batman. Even just a few seconds with Daredevil being slightly thrown off his game,
that's enough for him.
That's all Batman needs. I mean, Batman is already an arguably better and more skilled fighter than Daredevil. You give Batman an edge like this on top of that, well, there might be no coming back from that.
Not close.
So Daredevil's biggest advantage is probably his slightly better speed and agility, then he's better at nerve strikes and pressure points. But Batman is basically just as skilled with nerve strikes. He just doesn't use them as often. And he knows counters do pretty much every single one. Then on top of that, he's stronger and tougher and a much more versatile versatile and seasoned fighter. He knows every fighting style. He knows counters to every fighting style. Meaning he knows the perfect fighting style to counter Daredevil's Irish boxing. And you throw on top of that Batman can mess with Daredevil's radar sense at will. And that's a lot stacked up in his corner right there. And really, Batman just has too many advantages to lose.
Too many.
You know who agrees here? Both Marvel and DC.
Too many.
In a crossover comic one time, Batman fought against Bullseye, Daredevil's arch nemesis. And Bullseye admitted that Batman was better and a more dangerous fighter than Daredevil ever was. Daredevil definitely deserves his props, but he's not beating Batman here. It's not even close. Batman wins. But what do y'all think? Sound off in the comments down below. I know you're gonna...
I like the format, because the first one I watched, it wasn't like this. It was more him, talking about a Sinister Six for Batman. It wasn't that. That wasn't him. That wasn't him. That was Terrell. Hold on. Fuck. I just saw him. It was Terrell something. I reacted to a video of the Batman Sinister Six. That wasn't Danko though. I could have sworn I made another video regarding Danko shit, but I don't remember. I can't find it either. I like this format. It's like a death battle, obviously, but done better. It's a death battle done better, in my opinion, right? Blind Justice is so crazy, but yeah. Other than that, I love y'all. This was a great one. I like the format. Like I said, it's not close. Batman dismantles Daredevil, and I love Daredevil. Probably, I don't want to say that much, but I want to say a little bit more than Batman. But I love Batman. Oh my God, it's a tough choice, but Batman is light work. I love you. I'm out of here.